Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will review of the Donkervoort P24 RS is a 780 kilogram lightweight with a 600 bhp V6. In a world where modern sports cars are getting heavier, more complex, and increasingly filtered by electronics, the Donkervoort P24 RS arrives like a rebellion on four wheels. This is not a car designed to please everyone. It is a machine built for one purpose only, to deliver the purest driving experience possible, and it does so without apology. The story of the Donkervoort P24 RS begins not in a massive corporate design studio, but in a philosophy, one that has guided the Dutch manufacturer Donkervoort for decades. While the rest of the automotive world chased luxury, comfort, and digital interfaces, Donkervoort chased weight reduction, mechanical honesty, and raw performance. The P24 RS is the most extreme expression of that belief to date. Named as a tribute to Denis Donkervoort's father, the P24 RS carries emotional weight as much as physical lightness. Weighing just 780 kilograms, this car defies modern expectations. To put that into perspective, many contemporary performance cars weigh nearly twice as much. Yet the Donkervoort P24 RS does not rely on nostalgia. It uses cutting-edge engineering, advanced composites, and aerospace-level craftsmanship. At its heart lies a 600 horsepower V6 engine developed in collaboration with a trusted performance partner. While Donkervoort has historically worked with Audi power plants, the P24 RS represents a new chapter, lighter, more compact, and more aggressive. This engine is not about smooth luxury. It is about violence, precision, and response. Every press of the throttle feels like a direct connection between driver and combustion. But numbers alone do not explain why the P24 RS matters. This car exists because modern driving has become too easy, too insulated, too safe. Donkervoort believes driving should demand respect, skill, and attention. There are no unnecessary driving aids here, no artificial sound enhancement, no oversized infotainment screen stealing your focus. Instead, you get exposed carbon fiber, mechanical linkages, and a cockpit that feels more like a race car than a road car. The design itself tells the story. Sharp, purposeful lines replace unnecessary curves. Aerodynamics are not decorative, they are functional. Every vent, every winglet, every surface exists to manage airflow, cooling, and downforce. This is a car shaped by physics, not marketing. And then there's the sensation. Sitting inside the P24 RS, you are low, almost touching the road. The steering wheel is small, thick, and alive with feedback. The pedals are perfectly spaced for heel and toe downshifts. You don't just drive this car, you wrestle with it, dance with it, and ultimately earn its respect. This is the beginning of a story about a machine that refuses to follow trends, a car that doesn't ask what the market wants, but instead asks what a driver truly needs. And what the Donkervoort P24 RS offers is something rare in the modern era. Honest performance delivered without compromise. To understand the Donkervoort P24 RS, you must first understand the obsession with weight. For Donkervoort, lightness is not a feature, it is the foundation of everything. At just 780 kilograms, the P24 RS enters a category that barely exists anymore in road-legal performance cars. Achieving this figure is not accidental. It is the result of relentless engineering, material innovation, and a refusal to accept conventional solutions. The chassis of the P24 RS is constructed using advanced carbon fiber and tubular steel architecture, blending rigidity with minimal mass. Unlike monocoques designed for mass production, Donkervoort's approach allows precise control over stiffness, safety, and driver feedback. The result is a structure that feels solid, immediate, and incredibly responsive. Carbon fiber is everywhere, but not for show. Body panels, structural elements, and aerodynamic components are all engineered to remove grams wherever possible. Even small details, such as fasteners and brackets, are redesigned with weight reduction in mind. Nothing is decorative. Everything earns its place. This extreme lightness transforms every aspect of performance. Acceleration becomes explosive. With 600 bhp pushing only 780 kilograms, the power-to-weight ratio rivals that of hypercars costing millions. The P24 RS is expected to sprint from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in under 2.5 seconds, not because of all-wheel drive or launch control, but because physics simply gives in. Braking is equally dramatic. With less mass to slow down, the carbon-ceramic braking system delivers astonishing stopping power. Pedal feel is immediate, progressive, and confidence-inspiring. You don't rely on electronic intervention, you rely on your own judgment. Cornering is where the P24 RS truly reveals its character. Lightweight suspension components, combined with race-inspired geometry, allow the car to change direction instantly. Steering feedback is unfiltered, transmitting every texture of the road surface directly to the driver's hands. There is no artificial assistance, only mechanical truth. Aerodynamics play a critical role as well. Despite its minimal weight, the P24 RS generates substantial downforce, ensuring stability at high speeds. Adjustable aero elements allow drivers to tailor the car for road driving or track use, reinforcing its dual-purpose nature. Perhaps most impressive is how lightness enhances not just speed, but emotion. Every input matters, every mistake is felt, every successful corner becomes deeply satisfying. This is driving in its purest form. The Donkervoort P24 RS does not overpower the driver with technology. Instead, it challenges you to rise to its level. It reminds you that performance is not about screens, modes, or software, but about balance, skill, and connection. In a world obsessed with horsepower numbers, Donkervoort proves that weight is the ultimate performance multiplier. At the core of the Donkervoort P24 RS lies its most dramatic evolution yet, a 600 bhp V6 engine, engineered not just for output, but for character. This is not a motor designed to sound refined or feel polite. It is designed to respond instantly, breathe freely, and deliver relentless acceleration. Unlike oversized engines that rely on sheer displacement, this V6 is compact, lightweight, and brutally efficient. Its configuration allows it to sit lower in the chassis, lowering the center of gravity and improving handling dynamics. Every aspect of its placement is intentional. Throttle response is immediate. There is no delay, no hesitation, no electronic smoothing. Press the accelerator and the car reacts as if reading your thoughts. Turbocharging, if present, is tuned for urgency rather than comfort, delivering torque early and maintaining pull all the way to redline. Sound is another critical element. The Donkervoort P24 RS does not use artificial sound enhancement. What you hear is raw combustion, intake roar, and exhaust fury. At low speeds, the engine growls with tension. At full throttle, it screams, mechanical, aggressive, and alive. Power delivery is managed through a lightweight transmission system, likely optimized for rapid shifts and minimal drivetrain loss. Whether using a sequential or performance-focused manual setup, the emphasis remains the same: keep the driver fully engaged. Cooling systems are equally extreme. High-performance radiators, optimized airflow channels, and track-tested heat management ensure the engine can endure aggressive driving without compromise. This is a power plant built to be used, not admired from a distance. What makes this V6 truly special is how it works in harmony with the car's weight. With such a low mass, 600 bhp becomes something almost surreal. Acceleration doesn't feel linear, it feels explosive. Overtakes happen instantly, straights disappear faster than expected. Yet, despite its ferocity, the engine remains controllable. This is not a car that tries to kill you, it's a car that demands respect. Smooth inputs are rewarded, recklessness is punished. In many modern supercars, engines feel distant, filtered through layers of software. In the Donkervoort P24 RS, the engine feels like a living organism. You feel vibrations, you hear mechanical movement, you sense heat and tension. This is power with purpose, power designed to enhance the driving experience, not overshadow it. And in an era where engines are becoming quieter, smaller, and more disconnected, the P24 RS reminds us why internal combustion still matters. The true advantage of the Donkervoort P24 RS is not a single specification. It is how every element works together to create something greater than the sum of its parts. First, there is driver engagement. This car does not drive for you. It requires concentration, skill, and commitment, and in return, it delivers feedback and satisfaction that modern cars simply cannot replicate. Second, there's exclusivity. Donkervoort produces cars in extremely limited numbers. Each P24 RS is hand-built, meticulously assembled, and tailored for its owner. This is not mass production, it is craftsmanship. Third, the track-to-road versatility sets it apart. While brutally fast on a circuit, the P24 RS remains road legal. It offers just enough practicality to be driven outside of track days, though it never lets you forget its racing DNA. Another advantage is mechanical purity. Without excessive driver aids, the car becomes an extension of the driver. Mistakes teach lessons, improvements feel earned. Every drive becomes a learning experience. Maintenance philosophy is also different. Rather than hiding complexity behind sealed systems, Donkervoort designs cars that can be understood, adjusted, and refined. Owners become part of the machine's life. Finally, there is emotional advantage. Driving the P24 RS feels special every single time. It does not fade into familiarity. It does not become ordinary. This is not a car you scroll past. This is a car you remember. The true advantage of the Donkervoort P24 RS is not a single specification. It is how every element works together to create something greater than the sum of its parts. First, there is driver engagement. This car does not drive for you. It requires concentration, skill, and commitment, and in return, it delivers feedback and satisfaction that modern cars simply cannot replicate. Second, there's exclusivity. Donkervoort produces cars in extremely limited numbers. Each P24 RS is hand-built, meticulously assembled, and tailored for its owner. This is not mass production, it is craftsmanship. Third, the track-to-road versatility sets it apart. While brutally fast on a circuit, the P24 RS remains road legal. It offers just enough practicality to be driven outside of track days, though it never lets you forget its racing DNA. Another advantage is mechanical purity. Without excessive driver aids, the car becomes an extension of the driver. Mistakes teach lessons. Improvements feel earned. Every drive becomes a learning experience. Maintenance philosophy is also different. Rather than hiding complexity behind sealed systems, Donkervoort designs cars that can be understood, adjusted, and refined. Owners become part of the machine's life. Finally, there is emotional advantage. Driving the P24 RS feels special every single time. It does not fade into familiarity. It does not become ordinary. This is not a car you scroll past. This is a car you remember.